This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Joining us today is Clarissa Sowemino-Coker, the newly appointed interim CEO at Oxford Cannabinoid Technology. So hello, Clarissa. Thank you very much for joining me today. Congratulations, first of all, on the new appointment. How are you feeling?
Thanks, Mark. Lovely to be here. Feeling very good. Very excited. It's a really interesting time.
Indeed. Well, I noticed from the RNS that the outgoing CEO commented we enter a new, very important phase at OCTP. So, I mean, you're just about to come in and take over in the interim role as CEO. Give us a bit of an update. What are the plans going forward? What do you want to achieve?
Sure. It's been great to work with John. John and I have worked together for a little over 4 years now. And he felt it was the right time for him to step back. I'm hugely grateful to him for his support and his ongoing support as we sort of move into this new phase. But I'm really delighted to step into the leadership role at OCT. As you pointed out, it's a really exciting time for us. We're about to start phase 1 for our lead program, OCT 46-1201, which is a CB2 inverse agonist targeting CIPN, which I know we've spoken about before, chemotherapy-induced peripheral neuropathy. The market size there is about 1.61 billion, so it's a decent market size. And phase 1, of course, is safety. So we'll be going into healthy volunteers, working with our CRO partner, Simbec Orion. The trials are here in the UK, being conducted in Wales, and we will have results pretty quickly, actually, in Q2 of 2023. So it's not very long to wait. And, it is a very exciting phase. To move from a preclinical pharma company into that clinical phase is a big milestone for us. And it's great for the company, it's great for the investors. And it really is testament to the tremendous work that Dr. Valentino Pravicini and his team have been putting in ever since we listed back in May 2021 to really get us through that preclinical in record time to get into the clinic, within 18 months. I'm pretty sure lots of people would realize that is a very short time to get to a clinic. So I'm really proud of the work the team have done to get there.
Excellent. Well, as you say, it is an exciting time for the company. So results hopefully from those first clinical trials in Q2 2023. So lots of news to come, is there, Clarissa? Are you going to be sort of a foot to the floor for the next few months?
Yes, absolutely. It is foot to the floor. So, as we go into the clinic, we'll be sharing the journey along the way with investors, with all of you guys. We want to make sure people understand exactly what's happening and the progress we're making. The way that these trials work, of course, there are cohorts of patients. So we'll be able to share along the way as those cohorts complete, rather than just, waiting for the very end of the trial and the sort of the key results. We'll be able to give people sort of progress updates along the way. And there are other bits and pieces as well in the pipeline that we'll be able to share in due course too. From a personal perspective, I feel in a very privileged position to be taking on this role. We've got a very talented team in place. The management team is fantastic, as I've said, with Val and his team leading on the science and getting us to the clinic in such record time. The board is brilliant. We've got depth and breadth of sort of commercial and pharmaceutical experience on the board. And of course, we've got our SAB, the Scientific Advisory Board, who are key opinion leaders in the pain space, which is where we're focusing our efforts, ultimately trying to get medicines in the hands of patients that need them. And then importantly, we've got the support of our key shareholders. And I've had some lovely messages already this morning, which is really great. And I will be, out and about talking to people and making sure that we're building those relationships and getting people's opinions and views as we go down and progress this really exciting next 6 months. There's going to be a lot happening here at OCT, and I'm certain I'll be back talking to you about all of that in due course.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to that, Clarissa. It does sound certainly like an exciting 6 months. I look forward to seeing how you do in your role. Best of luck with it. I'm going to ask you a little challenging question just to finish off here. We did do a podcast, didn't we, a while back on you and your background. But just from your point of view, I know some people find it hard to talk about themselves, but from your point of view, what do you think you bring to this role from your past experiences now as the CEO?
That's a great question, Mark. So I think ultimately, it's the breadth of my experience. I've been in this business for 4 years, and sure, I hadn't had a farmer role before that, but I'd say 4 years on the ground and taking the company through to IPO and helping and leading with John on the strategy and the rest of the board has been really fantastic for my own growth and my personal development. My background, as we've talked about, is slightly mixed. Started off in construction, on building sites, organizing, actual house building, and then, retrained as a lawyer, spent 7, nearly 8 years in private practice doing a range of commercial litigation and general commercial work, a lot of time in-house. So I think all of that really has been building up to, bring me to this point, and I'm really delighted to be here.
Excellent. Well, I wish you the best of luck, like I say. So thank you very much. Clarissa Sowemino-Coker, the newly appointed interim CEO at Oxford Cannabinoid Technologies. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Mark.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programmes at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.